Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm WoWcrendor and welcome back to another episode of WorldCrendor where I answer the questions you tweet or Facebook or Tumblr at me at twitter.com/WoWcrendor, facebook.com/Crendor, or tumblr.com/WoWcrendor. Wait, did I say facebook.com/Crendor? The other two are WoWcrendor, Facebook is Crendor. Okay, first question. Zachary Mulliken asks, why is the end of every expansion so boring that most people play other games, and what do you think Blizz could do to combat it some? Well, that's the reason I made my most recent video. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It's if fans created filler content. And I thought it'd be relatable because so many people are in that stage right now where there needs to be some filler content between now and the expansion, and there's nothing. And so I think Blizzard needs something. It doesn't have to be major content. I think they tried with the Ruby Sanctum, and people complained, and they saw that as like, oh, well, we should just not do that then. But there has to be something. Like, even the Ruby Sanctum, as much as people didn't like it, it's still something to do. Like, you can't go a year without content. That's as much non-content as there is with awesome things. You can't go a year without content. Like, people are paying $15 a month for content. And even if it's, updating the holidays or doing some cool new events like I talked about, or like, I went over a lot of fun new ideas, So, I mean, I feel like they need to just, even if it's simple ideas, like putting a movie theater in the big cities so you can watch Netflix in a city, I know people would freak out about that, but like, just, they need something. There has to be something. It's not like there's no possible new content ideas at all. Like, come on, Blizzard. You can do it. Leave comments below on what you would do if you were Blizzard to make new content. I'm sure their answer will be like, we have all our people working on Warlords of Draenor, so we can get it out as fast as possible. But you still need to do something in between that time, I feel like. That's just my opinion. I would think up some stuff. Maybe put a couple people working on that. Maybe a small team. And they could be the filler team. The filler content team. They'd get things done. I think they have enough abilities and money and everything to do that. But leave your comments below. That's what I want you to leave comments below on. Next question is Dylan Ryder. He says, WoWcrendor, what features do you think need to be added into the game come Warlords of Draenor? So this is more along the lines of once the game comes out, not filler content. For what I think they need to add, well, they're adding garrisons. But for what they need to add to garrisons, I think they need to make them more guild-based. And I think they need... like, for right now, I think it's really cool what they're doing with garrisons, but I feel like if they could add a element to the game where people could come to your garrison to chill, kind of like, it's almost like player housing, but it's like player garrisons, and I think that'd be really cool, because then people could just hang out at each other's garrisons, and they could make them more customizable. I think they could add furniture. It doesn't even have to be crazy furniture. It could be stools and tables and just furniture already in the game, and just make it have the ability to be put in your garrison. I think that'd be really fun. Even if you have a little house in your garrison, like the headquarters, and you could put stuff in there. That'd be cool. That's my opinion. I'd add that. What other features? PvP. There's PvP. I don't know what I'd add for PvP because I don't PvP too much. I like world PvP, so I think another big world PvP zone. I think they're adding that though, so that's already gonna be in the game. But flying's a big one. I don't really care. I already talked about flying. Go watch my other World of Crendors if you want to hear my opinion on flying. PvE, they got raids, I think all the stuff they're adding this expansion is actually really good. Like, they're adding the ability to go out with your garrison and get stuff like those in Star Wars The Old Republic. I thought that was an awesome thing with Star Wars The Old Republic. I think they still need to upgrade professions. That's what I would do if I had to add something in the Warlords of Draenor, is really upgrade the professions, because I think right now they're too old. I think they need a revamp, like in the next expansion maybe, or a big patch or something. I think they really need to work on professions, because I think if you revamp them on top of doing the new player models, that would be a nice upgrade to the game to get people even more interested, because I think you could take professions and make them even better. Because I remember there was a point where in one of the expansions, either it was Wrath or Burning Crusade, one of them, they tried updating professions a little bit, and they're like, you get like life bloom or whatever it was with herbalism, and you get more stamina with mining and stuff like that, and that's cool, but they need to like really get in with the profession revamps. I think it'd be really fun to do. I should make a video on what I'd do to make professions better. That's actually a pretty good idea if fans created WoW professions. Okay. Patent pending. Let's move on. Pamela Hayton says, I love when you do co-op games with Jesse. Do you plan on doing any soon with other YouTubers, or I guess with him? I do plan on doing some co-op games with Jesse pretty soon. I'm going to be going to LA soon, so we're going to play some games, and then probably when another big game comes out that seems like it'd be really fun to play together, we'll play it. So right now there's not a lot of games out that I think are very fun to co-op. That's really the only reason. And then with other YouTubers, yeah, there's a lot of people I want to co-op with that I'm just kind of waiting and trying to find a game to play, or I'm trying to set up dates to collaborate with them. There are some people I'm ready to collaborate with, so I think it's fun to collaborate and co-op with people. Actually, collaborate is different a little bit than co-op, because co-op is like playing together for the good cause. Collaborate's kind of just playing whatever together. So, either way, I'm going to be playing with other people. Yeah. Next question. Chris Starry says, if you were a wasp, whose face would you sting and why? I'd only get one sting, because it's when you sting, you die. Which, if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure I'm correct. If you sting someone, you then die. So I only get one sting. And who would I sting? It's a really good question. I feel like I would sting the singer Sting, because then I could make a funny headline in like all the news blogs and websites and papers and all that. That was like, Sting gets stung by a wasp. Sting gets stung. I would do that. If you wanted me to pick a YouTuber, I'd probably sting Jesse on his nose so that he'd look really funny for the podcast. Or maybe I'd sting Strippin right on his forehead, so he'd have a giant, like, rhino bump. Or a mini rhino bump. And then he'd kind of look like a rhino. Let's move on. Steven Sims says, how's non-content RPG going? Non-content RPG is going well. I've progressed with it. I'd say it's about halfway done right now. I think it's going pretty well. I need to polish out some parts. I need to change up some parts. But I do plan on having it out by the end of the year. I think that's what I said on the podcast, was I want to have it out by the end of the year. And I think I will. I'm pretty sure I can get it out by the end of the year. So I'm excited for that too. So many things. So many things happening. I'm seeing, this is a little bit of a shorter WoCrendor, I think. I'm trying to test. I'm testing to see how long people will like WoCrendors. I know there's going to be people like, Crendor, make it as long as you want. Or Crendor, we like the longer ones. Or Crendor, this one's pretty good. Or Crendor, I don't like the shorter ones. Or Crendor. Like, I'm gauging everything. I'm looking at stats. Don't judge me. I'm just trying it. And so the final question is Andy Vargas. And he says, would you ever let a fan give you an idea for a video and let them collaborate with you? And I don't think so. And let me tell you why. I like to get my own ideas, but sometimes I will take ideas from other people and kind of make them into my own, but I think that's what most artists, creators, like to do. So, say, for example, I get an idea about Onyxia, and someone else has Onyxia. Well, take for example my pointless top 10s. I know there's a lot of people out there that do top 10 lists, but I wanted to add my own spin on it. And it's not like anybody invented the top 10 list, like, oh, this is like everybody does top 10 lists, so it's not like anyone's copying or stealing. I mean, technically everyone's stealing from the first top 10 guy who's probably like 5,000 years old and dead. So it's just, you gotta put your own spin on whatever you do. And when a fan wants to give you an idea and collaborate with you, that generally just means they want to become your friend and be like, hey, I'm talking with this person I like. And it's like, it's cool, but I went over this before. I'm really bad at just, I don't like collaborating with people for like videos. Like, unless it's Jesse or like we're playing a game together, stuff like that. For actual movies, I hate collaborating. That's why I do all my voices. That's why if people go back and they're like, why don't you get more voices? I don't like getting other people's voices for my videos. I like doing them all on my own. It's just how I am. I like to not have other people get involved with my product as much as possible. Like, I could have even hired an editor by now, but I haven't because I like to create it on my own, and I like to... There's just something rewarding about doing everything yourself, and then having that finished product be all on you. You know, like I've had some videos, like I had the Around the Campfire vid that had Rarbug and Jesse as voices. That was mainly because I was doing a contest video, and I was like, I need voices. Like, if I really need voices, I'll reach out to people, but aside from that, I don't like collaborating with people. So, you can give me ideas. Like, some people are like, I had a few people email me, like, not just one, like, probably 5 to 10 people email me and be like, I have a really good idea for you. Add me on Skype and I'll tell you. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, is this the greatest idea ever? I gotta add him on Skype to find... Like, I really doubt it's that good of an idea. When people send me ideas, they're usually like, have Billy eat a ham sandwich, and then have him run around on a mount and then fall in the water. Like, oh, okay, I'll think about it. Granted, somebody would love that video, and now everyone's gonna be like, make that video. But, like, that's not actually what they say. That's just my spin on it. It's a lot worse than that. It's like, have Billy play checkers. Like, oh my god, okay. Now, people are just gonna be like, that sounds amazing. We're done. I gotta stop. Because now all these ideas are sounding really good. But I can steal them, and then they're mine. And then people will be like, I got that idea for him, and he stole it. Well, if you didn't want me to steal it, don't send it to me. Yay. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Thanks for listening. And if you want to ask me questions, we got twitter.com/WoCrendor, facebook.com/Crendor, tumblr.com/WoCrendor. All those places. Yay. Okay. See you.